Hey, back to back streams. We'll take it. Let me say hello to everyone here. We got Mutant Pig Pug number 1. What's up? Samurai Slayer. Every single time you're in chat, you ask me I remember you. Of course I remember you, man. We got KS, Iceman, Black Bear, Ritz. Let us cook, sir. Hey, we are watching your KvK in 1606. I'm surprised there's not that many people stream, at least that I saw. I glanced over YouTube. I literally just got home, which is why I'm starting the stream pretty late. It is day 1 of this KvK. The pass opened, I believe, around 15 ETC, but I was out and about, you know, doing errands. But we are still going to be watching this KvK. It is 1365 in the top left versus 1862. 1865 on the top left, and then 1903, which might be a familiar kingdom because we fought against them in the KvK. We fought 24-29 about 2 KvKs ago, versus 1606 and 1862. So I'm not actually, is there actually a fight for you guys down here? I feel like you guys are dominating this bottom zone, not gonna lie. This is no fort walls around here, so I'm not exactly too sure what's going on in your bottom zone down there, but this is a pretty interesting area. I'm gonna be relying on you guys for some chords here because I'm still getting situated and oriented, I guess. Wow, the fighting sounds are a bit loud, huh? I'm gonna put it down. Is that the fighting sounds, or is that, anyways? Missing pass opening. Hey, man. Yeah, I had to make an appointment, so it is what it is. And Samurai Slayer might be making a return to Rise of Kingdoms. Welcome back. This KvK is going to be a lot more easier to watch than the other KvK, but although there's still a lot of marches here, my goodness. Let me go ahead and pull up the map, actually. Let's see if I could do that. Edible and movable map. Let me download the one that... So, tell me what the audio levels are, by the way. It might be too loud. I'm not sure. It's so weird. Audio's so weird when you stream because I don't change anything and it might be too loud. It might be too quiet. I don't know. Pull this up. Okay. Where is this file? Oh, so Cyrus League Season 8 apparently. Give me a sec. I have to find this file. Cyrus League Season 8. And the map's here. There you go. Alright, I could bring up the map now, I think. Done. Boop. Oh, wow. Wait. Let me cook. There you go. Got a little map in the top here. In case people are confused what the allies are. Maybe put it in the bottom. I'll put it in the bottom. Cool. There's been a lot of... I don't know when you stopped playing Samurai Slayer, so... There's been a lot of new commanders, though. Am I staying in 2260? I'm planning to stay for at least a KvK. I don't know what the plans are for 2260, although I just watched Bus Driver's video about how he's doing migration and we're rebuilding the kingdom and all that stuff. So I think 2260 is in a good spot, but we'll see. Hey, what's up? Yurgi are okay? Iru. Hey, Matt, aka Nav, appreciate you for coming through. But yeah, we are watching. It's not as high. I'm not sure why it's not that high of a profile KvK. I think this is actually going to be a really interesting one because A lot of people have been talking about how 1365 are not in their top form. They're not one of the top kingdoms anymore. Whatever, because of the migration that they had to, or some of their top players, some of their known players went to 960. But it looks like they're doing pretty well, at least against 1862, which is, you know, one of the... I mean, they're definitely like a top 20 Imperium. So... I guess like they're continuing to push in, they're building some flags. This is Tides of War. I've never played Tides of War. Not exactly too sure what the gimmick is in Tides of War, but you can see the arrow towers over here as well, just pelting marches as they go through. And then in the bottom side though, it does look like at least from my perspective, that... Oh. Okay. IN... Isn't there like an alliance of 1365 called INT as well? I got kind of confused there. Hey, what's good, Alloys? Melting pot of all the KvKs. UNGA for it? UNGA. I think this is where I am. Am I missing the... Is it up here? Oh, there's the murder ball. There's so many KvKs going on at the same time, which is a shame. I believe the 960, 2489, 1093 KvK Kingsland's tomorrow, so we're taking a break from that KvK, the eternal murder ball fighting that's been going on over there, and taking a peek at what's going on in 1365, 1606, 1862, and 1903 land. Hi, Mom. On a YouTube. Yeah, I forgot that some of the 1235, right? Is that the kingdom you were from? Is it Stalemate? Yeah. The Phasmo Kingdom. Grey Worm's old kingdom. First zone, flags can be burned 4x speed with buff. I haven't played Phasmo ever since I played with you guys, not gonna lie. Those are some good days though. Who's still around from that group? Like Flying Dutchman was there. There are a couple other people too. Your Chan, yeah. I have to remember the name. Now you're putting 2396. It's 2390. Wait, let me check the map. Oh, my fault. 2396 is there as well. Oh, Titch, yeah, Titch. I didn't know you guys were with Ritz and Lore and them. The 2000 group. So like, do you guys kind of won the zone already, right? Because you just free burning and building on this side. Usually there's like a fort wall. Is this like a heroic anthem zone 4 or 5 where it doesn't really matter? The only thing that matters is the Hurons and I guess the sanctuary for the movement speed. It kind of looks like it is from the map layout. Left of SH, there's lots of fighting. Left of SH, where's SH? Here? Left of SH. Oh. Wait, isn't this where I am? Am I trolling? I don't know. I'm lost. Man. Oh, Akina. This guy's arrow tower cheesing. with Margaret and Cordoba. Damn, that arrow tower must be like getting numbers right now. This spot and the other one I marked. Oh, I thought they were the same spot, not gonna lie. It's like deja vu. This is such a weird area where there's a front here and then but right behind it there's another front over here. Thoughts on SW? We talked about that yesterday. I don't really know the exact details behind who did what, who said what. It kind of sucks because I like the SW people, and of course I like the 2268 leadership people, but all I can say is wish them nothing but the best, right? They got so lucky on random TPs. Is that how they're able to build this fort? The INSH? I mean, I'm sure they spent like hundreds, or some people spent hundreds, right? I don't think there's a such thing as getting super lucky on randoms. Not gonna lie, like watching these past couple of KvKs, I might have to invest in a siege march next. You know what I mean? That might be the play. Like the Kino report is gonna be crazy. Just Diff, what kingdom are you from? Wally Weaver, I'm guessing you're from 2396. You're 1903's allies here. How'd matchmaking go? Was there any drama, or was this like a quick left versus right scenario? I actually have no context behind this KvK. If I had to predict, 1606 is gonna win this zone. I mean, in my opinion, they pretty much already won. I'm sure there's some forts that went down here and then they just insta burned or something. Or because if they didn't put forts there, that'd be kind of weird. And then I think 1365 is gonna win this zone up here, but it looks like 1862 is putting a lot more of a fight than the 1903 camp. With the fort wall that they have set up. That's gonna be so annoying to play against for 1365, and I don't know if they'll actually put in the resources to burn down the fort wall. Was there any drama? Just chill discussions. I mean, that's refreshing to hear, I guess, after the 1365's last KvK and all of the wheel of Zig and all that. Let's go ahead and watch it from the WinCamp's perspective, since we're watching this bottom zone. I guess the flag's already burning because there's no point of murderballing or fighting here. I'm just trying to find a fight in this KvK. I guess all of the fights right now are up here, so we'll take a look over here for now. Whoa. Oh, here you go. Let's go fire camp. I'll lower it down just a little bit more. Make the music a bit louder. Diplo was done in like 30 minutes. I mean, I feel like this is a pretty good KvK. I think IMO, it's favored towards the right side. Just from the output, but output of this zone 5. I feel like this top zone 5 is going to be a lot more contested than the bottom zone 5, and then 1606 should be fresh going into the next fights, whenever that is, probably Kingsland or whatever, if this is like HA. And then 1365 is going to be pretty drained from these from 1862, but at the same time maybe 1903 and them are holding back in this zone just to fight in past 7s or 8s and then Kingsland or whatever. So I don't know. I mean, the people watching this KvK from chat have a better grasp of the KvK than I do. So I'm actually gonna put up a poll. Who do you think will win this KvK? 1365 slash 913. I'm just gonna put the top kingdoms in each camp, so apologies, Wally Weaver. Let's see the poll. Oh no, this is not the 1093 KvK. It's 1903, so lost in them. 2396 better than 1903. You know what, dude? No, I also got confused when we versed them in KvK. I always called them 1093, but then it was always 1903. This is the flip of the numbers, you know. But 1903 has been a solid kingdom for a long time. Always a solid A seed. 2396 is better than 1903. Oh, is it? Are they really? I actually don't know which kingdom is better in that scenario, because they're both A seeds, right? Isn't Furious and 12 from... Are they still in 1365? Oh yeah, I see Furious right here. Mr. T4 himself. Yeah, I remember there's like a bunch of content creators that went to 1365. Those two being the ones that I know of. I'm surprised 12's not streaming actually. Is 12 streaming? Well, oh he is. Why is it on YouTube? On YouTube on the side, it doesn't show he's streaming for me. That's weird. Damn, YouTube doing him dirty. Oh, there's a rally up here, but it looks like it's gonna get swarmed down. Is there any relics in this KvK? Ashurbanipal, Zhuge Liang. Looks like there is not. Although that is still a solid rally, but not a lot of anti-swarm. Is low A seed? Dang. I mean, you guys are in the biggest... That's the thing that's tough about A seed nowadays, right? And I think that's why 2268's like always in this perpetual loop of, oh, we want to be A seed, and then, oh wait, what's the point of being A seed if you just get mashed up with Imperium people anyways? So I don't know. Martel 5111 with Sun Tzu is better than Sun Tzu and Ethel. I'm guessing you're in KvK 1 or 2. I like the Martel primary. Just because Sun Tzu gets focused down a lot. You know what I mean? Like, if you see a Sun Tzu Ethelfled, you're just gonna insta-swarm that, and the trades are not gonna be that good. But if you see a Martel, you're less likely to swarm it down. Ethelfled's still really good, but I'll give you this: Charles Martel Sun Tzu will last longer, and you won't get targeted as much. Sun Tzu Ethelfled will probably do more for your murder ball, and you probably get more KP, but you're gonna get focused down really fast. So, hey, what's up, man? No relics is KvK? Okay. There's a ton of murder ball fighting over here. I'm guessing they are burning all the... They're not burning the flags. Interesting. Is there a reason why they're not burning these flags? Is it like the KvK where there's like 20 million troops and a flag as backup or something? Yeah, you don't want to spend gold heads on Martel, 100%. But 51111 is still okay. It's usable. It's not the best, not the worst. My KvK 1, I used Richard with Ethelfled, and I used Charles with... Wait, did I? No, I used Richard Ethelfled, and then Charles with YSG, I think. Just like 2 inf marches. That was like what I did, but hey, that was like 3 years ago, so. Who do you think will win? Or the... I didn't watch that 1365 KvK, but I heard that water camp was really strong. I would still say the 2489 1960 camp would win against those guys, though. Just because, you know, they're doing really well against 1093, and 1093 is the biggest kingdom in the game, so. But I don't know. Charles Sun Tzu. Yeah. I guess, like, Charles Sun Tzu is still really good. It's just... Back in the day, max YSG was like the best way to get top 20 honor, and I really want to get top 20 honor, so that's why I maxed my YSG. And he was still seen as like one of the best archer commanders. Now YSG is like benched in SOC, which sucks, but Martel Sun Tzu, buy bars, Ethel. I guess that works. I never use buy bars open field. Looking for TP spot at 1365 is not it. Dang. There's just too many players. They're not teleporting properly. Maybe a mix of both. Yeah, Ruin Saladin, Alex, and YSG. Yeah, you don't need to run those things anymore. It's hard for me to give KvK 1, 2, and 3 advice because I haven't played the new iterations of it. But now that there's SOC commanders in KvK 3, like, I guess the play would be save every single gold head you can until KvK 3, and then I think it starts with infantry, so they can get Liu Che. You could run Liu Che with Sun Tzu, I guess, or Liu Che with Martel or whatever. If you have enough, if you really want to invest into a really good infantry march, it'd be with Liu Che with William Wallace. I think Liu Che is still going to be higher priority than William Wallace, but those two commanders together would be really good. $5511 Richard is good enough for open field, honestly. KvK 1, especially since it's so much earlier than it used to be, is just run any competent march and you'll trade decently. Like, I don't even think the marches matter too much. It's more so about your city hall level and your tech. Yeah, William Wallace is going to be a really, really good commander. I did a stream about him. He's like the perfect pair to Liu Che. So it's good for infantry, but at the same time bad for me because I have to get a good set of archer armaments now. Go for Herman or go for William? I'm like, which William? I mean, there's two Williams now. I'm guessing the William that's in the game right now, or are you saying you want to save for William Wallace? KvK 1 CM Caesar. I remember there was like a KvK 1 whale that had a maxed like all T5 Max Charles Richard. No, I mean, yeah, Richard Charles, and they would just be in the middle of our territory and we'd have 10 people, like 10 marches swarming it, and it would still trade positive, or it would still like be really bad. Herman or William? Ooh, that's a tough question. In my opinion, it depends who you're replacing in your archer march for Herman and who you're replacing in your infantry march for William. If you have like Liu Che with Alex and that's what you're running, I still feel like that's fine. But if you're like Zhuge Liang and YSG and you're replacing YSG with Herman, then I think Herman would be a better investment. You know what I mean? It depends what you're replacing. Martel Caesar does better than Martel Richard. Okay. I don't think that whale knew the tech back in the day. Let's take a look at the poll actually. The poll at 68% with 1365 and 1903 winning this KvK. So looks like 1606 and 1862 are the underdogs. According to the poll, but in my opinion, I feel like, I mean, we'll have to see during Kingsland, I guess, but 1802 and 1606 are pretty strong KDs, so we'll have to see how they do. $50K deads. How many hours has it been since this zone opened? It opened like 11 a.m. my time. It is 2 p.m. It's like 3 hours. 50K, 500K deads is crazy. Oh my gosh, yeah, you gotta, I mean, unless you're like a mega whale, then I'd probably not swarm in this zone unless like I'm not your leadership, obviously. So if your leadership saying swarm, then you swarm. But if this is like Heroic Anthem, then this zone doesn't even matter too much. You get what, like a Huron, which gives some bonuses, extra attack, some extra barge speed. But it's not worth zeroing yourself here and then not having enough in the tank for Kingsland, in my opinion. Or it was Kingsland. Oh, Kingsland. Oh, this is a small ass Kingsland. What the hell? This is like a box. I guess I'm so used to the Kingsland that we fought last KvK. Where was I? I was here. Hey, what's up, Panda? How you doing, man? I haven't talked to you in a minute. What's been going on with you? Been chilling? Almost 2 years. I appreciate the 20 months, Panda. Damn. Yeah, I think you're like one of my longest standing members. It's almost 2 years since I gained a membership. Five-hour KL. Yeah, that KL is looking claustrophobic. I mean, I read it. I read it. By the way, it does look like 1365 is kind of getting pushed back a little bit here. Not too sure what the objectives are for both of these camps. Looks like neither of the flags are burning. Kind of just open fielding for funsies. Looks like this flag was burning a little bit, but from my perspective, it looks like 1365 are not burning. Oh, they're burning this flag. Oh, what the heck is this? A big fire. 1365 is like burning the 1564 flags, 1534 rather, and just open fielding with 1862. Just rallying with farms, not reinforcing. Gotcha. That's true. And that 960 KvK, like, they were the ones that I would always see just run these not empty, but unreinforced rallies. I would just get insta-swarmed, but it was always filled with farms. I hope 1862 will win. I think there's a lot for both of these sides to lose and gain from winning or losing this KvK. 1365, this is just them just showing that, hey, we are still one of the top kingdoms in the game. 1862 and 1606, it's also a way for them to prove themselves to the Rise of Kingdoms community, beating a known kingdom like 1365. Not saying that they need to prove themselves, but you know, 1862 and 1606 are not the most known kingdoms in Rock, right? But if they beat 1365, I feel like it'd give them a known kingdom to put on their hit list, their beat list. Is there any fighting in the 960, 1090? I haven't watched that KvK today, but from what I understand, it's gonna be stalemate like until Kingsland tomorrow. So we're gonna be watching Kingsland tomorrow for that. All of the SW team gone. Not all of them. We have, I think some of them stayed, but majority, the ones that wanted to migrate out, I think they all migrated out already. Most of us from 1534 who are choosing to fight are in the 1862 shells. Gotcha. And then the 1534 shells are farm accounts. Who's winning? In this top side, I would say 1365 is winning. And then in this bottom side, it's really 1606 favored right now. So it looks like both of these areas are going to be having a yeah, both sides are going to be having 2 zone 5s each. So I do think though that 1365 is finding a lot more opposition, and it's a lot more harder for them than it is for 1606 and their side. I think the 1606 side is pretty much done already with them, I guess, burning the 4 drops that were here, and then now they have like this front over here that they've been fighting for a little bit. I mean, there's still some opposition, so. But in terms of fighting, there's still some opposition, but I feel like the territory here is a lot more in the 1606 favor compared to the fort wall that 1862 and 1534 were able to build. My goodness, it's so hard to remember these kingdom names since we've been watching so many KvKs, but hopefully I did a good job. What time tomorrow? I think it's going to be around the same time the other pass opened, like 1445 UTC. $11.88 is a superb kingdom, strongest its size I've ever seen. It's a really well-run kingdom for sure. They got a good migration in from 1034. Already mixing in with their really strong core. Oh yeah, stand up to Cancer. You guys were in that KvK against Apo and Only Farmer and 12 and them, right? 1606 is losing on fights, but their enemies' forts were dropped super badly. Okay. Not gonna lie, Leo, when I was looking at that side, they weren't even fighting, so I wasn't able to see how the murder balls were going. But yeah, territory is like the most important thing in these first couple of zones, and then from there, like, your murder ball strength will determine if you're able to push or if you're getting pushed. After route for 1365 from my boy 12 inch, just putting in work. Oh yeah, 12's the F2P god, right? So that's where I met Apple. Been friends ever since. Wonder City 2x for content. Yeah, he's doing well in 24, 29. Wait, let's see. On top of this fort. Oh. Gotta zoom in and out so that the colors all refresh. I mean, shout out to you, all of these KvKs happening during my off season, because I can just keep watching these KvKs. Well, I'll take the free streams. Yeah, Only Farmer's is in 2268. Yeah. She's an MVP for sure with how much she does. She like holds king now, actually. It's so funny how she just came and she just somehow became one of in leadership. Been watching 1188 24/7. How's that bottom zone doing in that KvK, Leo? By the way, I did message Chiss. So he didn't respond though, but I did my job. 3197. That is a new kingdom, huh? 3197 allied with 1606. How old is your account? As I'm guessing you're a native from 3197. This flag is repairing. The flags from 1606 seem to be oh, this one was rallied down a little bit. KvK 5. I guess that would be pretty tough, huh? Okay, so it's the same situation as yesterday, Leo. Okay, yeah. It's gonna be rough for 960, 2489 in the allies. One old KD and 3 KDs from realm. Doesn't make sense. Leo, I usually chalk it up to downtime for 1188 because, you know, I think they're primarily Asian Kingdom, right? But with how dominant they were during the past opening, I would guess that that would be the same energy they would bring during Kingsland. So with the what is it? It's 4 passes to 2 in that KvK. We're talking about the 1093 1960 KvK, by the way. I definitely think the 1093 side's pretty favored. $31.97, a very good young kingdom. I actually haven't heard of them before, but I mean, we could see that they do have some players here helping out in this murder ball. I have a whale account in 30, 26, 51. So far behind in terms of commanders. Yeah. Commander's gear. And that's the tough part about a game like Rise of Kingdoms. It's hard to start up. Because all of these older accounts, like your account gets better and better with age, right? I mean, money could also help supplement some of the time that you're lacking, but at the same time, like daily login rewards, 3 gold heads a day, all of the events. Yeah, consistency is key in indeed Bing Bong. It's all about consistency. But you know, shout out to all the newer players. The newer players going into the game is great for the game. It means that the game still, like, having new kingdoms like the 3197s of the world fighting in these competitive KvKs. Hopefully the newer players don't feel discouraged. Because, you know, we need the newer players to continue playing the game to keep it alive. Like, I feel like once you get into SOC as a new account, it'll probably take 2 to 3 KvKs. Unless you're like a mid spender, then it'll probably take 1 to 2 KvKs. Whales, after like your first KvK, you'll probably not do as hot, but still be decent. But take 2 to 3 KvKs to catch up on commanders. Lilith is making it easier for newer players to transition in if you're a medium spender, with the dailies having really relevant commanders. Like CPO Prime and dailies is really good. You have Guan Yu, which is still good for 2nd of March, but if you're new to SOC, you could actually just run CPO Guan CPO and straight out of dailies, right? But it does take a while to max it through dailies itself. 10 KvKs to catch up in equipment. I mean, yeah, I guess equipment would be a pretty big problem, but I don't know. I feel like 3-4 KvKs, you should be able to get solid sets. As long as you have usable gear, like gear matters for trades, but you could still do decent with half legendary, half purple if you have the right legendary sets crafted. Rally up top if you want to look. What's the chords? We have a lot of newer accounts that can't withstand the older accounts with 5 to 6 marches. Yeah, that's true. KvK 1, it really depends where you are and what kind of KvK it is and how much KP you want to gain and whatever. I mean, KvK 1, I think I ran 1 march. I ran Richard with No, it was Richard YSG, and that was all I ran. It's this KvK 1, 2, and 3 is this weird dilemma of using speed ups for fighting versus using speed ups for building your city hall, for example, or getting technology. It's like a tough dilemma because you do want to contribute to your kingdom, but at the same time, if you use too many speed ups, then you're stunting your future growth and your future potential for other KvKs. Oh, I tell you, I haven't moved a lot when the sound cuts off. Awakening killed game. I guess like iconics are pretty strong. I think it really depends what seed you're in, right? Like these Imperium kingdoms, it's gonna be tough because everyone's gonna be really strong. But if you're in like a lower seed as a new kingdom, it gives you more time to power up, I guess. Yeah, elevated. It gives a new chase for like the whales that have been playing for a long time. But for newer players, it's gonna be rough. It sucks because I was actually in, like I have my 6 sets now, right? And then I was gonna start refining, and then now all of a sudden there's the awakening system. So now I have to awaken some stuff. Although, you know, you should still refine, awaken to 2, and then refine your stuff, and then awaken to 4 or whatever. But Panda V, they're still fighting back and forth, but stalemating. We're gonna be waiting for the Kingsland tomorrow, which we're gonna be streaming here as well. So if you guys want to watch, we're gonna be keeping tabs of this KvK. Of course, gonna be keeping tabs of the 1093 960 KvK. So be sure to subscribe to the channel because there's gonna be a lot of KvK watching streams the next couple of days. 5, 3, 4, 2, 5, 6. 2396. Oh, what is this? Like a stealth squad coming through? Gonna sandwich them in the back over here? Is there no fighting here anymore? Oh, wow. Yeah, this is looking like a sandwich scenario here. It's a weird map situation because they have this territory and then their opponents have this territory and then they have this territory, so there's like a front here and then a front here. It's not very rare that you see such a thing. Cashed out 7 months ago. Yeah, buying accounts is, I mean, I get it if you're a new player, but it kind of sucks that that's the meta because a lot of the enjoyment I have from Rise of Kingdoms is knowing that, you know, the marches that I have, the equipment that I have, is something that I planned from day one. Like the city building, the march building aspect of the game seems to be getting lost in the war aspect of the game, you know what I mean? But that's why, like, you won't catch me piloting accounts or whatever, having people pilot my account, because I see it as like a journey, you know? But I'm realizing will accounts in UKDs are their first account, like they use Max and Mina for gathering. Oh god. Am I still thinking about migration? I don't have any plans on migrating, at least for this next KvK. But I don't know. I keep making the joke, but it's also not really a joke if Kingdom pays for my tech with the new gifting what do you call it? Gifting bundle system. I'm open for bribes. Yeah, flux scripts. Yeah, there you go. What's up, Zoe? I'm still playing, yeah. Piloting has become meta. Yeah, it's been meta for a while, especially in big kingdoms. I mean, John R, I guess, like, I'm not gonna condone selling or buying accounts, but good for you for at least getting a return, I guess. It's a long skip. Are we doing a long skip? I don't know. I thought we were doing next pop, but we might not. Peacemaker wouldn't. I'm not gonna ask people to pay for me in 2068, but I mean, the new Flux thing just came out, right? So I don't know. The murder ball is coming up top. Oh shoot, here we go. The sandwich coming from the north as I stop yapping and actually start watching this KvK. Reinforcements are coming. It'd be funny if the 1606 murder ball came right behind them. But it looks like 1606 is going to be objective focused here and try to burn down these flags. And it looks like the 1606 people that are down here at least are capitulating and retreating rather. When did Nevsky come out? Nevsky came out 2022? I think, yeah. Did Smash Squad perform well last KvK? Yeah, a lot of the top performers are from there. You know, Chadsky killed it. Chadsky and Peace like zeroed their own accounts in that KvK. I mean, Chiskel went down to like 80 million power, I think. So, and you know, Fluffy Pony was swarming everything. And Peacemaker took first in place in kills. But I was talking about the Peace in SW. Hey, what's up, Danger Zone? Okay, so now that they got open field, instant rally set, which is solid. Looks like they're swarming the rally. It is Henry with Asher Bonapala rather, so there is some anti-swarm. Eleanor Garrison, really interesting. How's Eleanor holding up for people that's been in KvK? I'm sure a lot of you guys are in this KvK or in some form of KvK with Eleanor. I was told that Eleanor would be kind of an OL only thing, but I've been seeing a couple Eleanors for forts, garrisons and stuff. I see a lot of people talking about the problem with downtimes of One Alliance kitties, but I wouldn't be commenting to you from all over the place. I mean, if you have a One Alliance KD, I think if you recruit from all over the place, it's going to be harder to have an uptime to push, you know what I mean? Like, the less people you have in a kingdom, the more each person impacts your overall output, you know what I mean? Like, if you have 150 people in a kingdom, and then 10 people are missing, then that's like... Oh, why'd I do the math here? Okay, if you have 100 people in the kingdom and 10 people are missing, that's like 10% of your fighting force, right? But if you have 200 people, that's only 5%. So it's kind of like, I don't know. That's why like piloting's like so rampant with these new One Alliance meta. Eleanor Heracles reports are sick, but not too long with WW coming. Ninth-Three's been using Eleanor Hera. If Ninth-Three's using it, then there's something to it, right? But they're swarming the Raleigh every time. I guess with the Eleanor buff to open field marches. I do remember, like, I mean, I'm sure this is still a thing for early kingdoms, but when I first started playing Rise of Kingdoms, I was in what we call the Academy Alliances. I don't know if that's still a thing. Where it'd be like, they'd be jumper group, and then they'd put like the natives that weren't spenders into a quote-unquote Academy second alliance. And then our R4s and R5s would congratulate us whenever we hit top 20 in an event. Like, wow, congrats, we hit top 20 in protect the supplies or whatever. Yeah, there's some kingdoms that don't even have a full alliance, which is true. I don't even think 2268's full right now. Like, we have a full alliance, but my farm's in that in SV right now, which is nice. I get the 1+1 for it with my main, but oh, they're swarming. They're swarming with a yellow. 120 million power, you're fine. 120 million power, you're fine. 91, I'd be hesitant. What about you? 93. Yeah, are they filling this thing though? They are filling. Oh, there's a Zhuge Liang in there. I think they burnt it. Yeah, they did. There you go. 1903 with a burn. We'll take it. Hey, Nugget with a 10 gifted out of nowhere. What the heck? Appreciate it, Nugget. GG's in the chat. I see you in the Discord sometimes, but whenever I'm there, you're not there. I don't know. We just haven't crossed paths with the Among Us games. But appreciate it. Oh my goodness. So let's see. Andy, Red Matt, it's Cookie, Leo, Logic, Lore, Nav, Zoe, B Skills, Pineapple. Enjoy the emotes. And Nugget. You guys have to let me know if that New York meetup's still happening. I don't know. Ninja Zone 11 the emotes here. But I do think they were able to get the burn here, if anything, right? Yeah, they were able to get a free burn here. People seem worried that 916, 2489 are going to be worried because 1188 can beat wind, but can't Earth use outpost and flip the script holding to hold while some of... I guess, but I don't know. I feel like if 2489 and 960 go down and don't go full force at 1093, then 1093 would be able to do some stuff. You know what I mean? The pressure is gonna be really interesting because 960 and 2489, in my opinion, has been able to be the aggressors when they need to against 1093. Was that little bit of extra pressure going to be enough to support their allies in 1846 and 1818? We don't spend enough. I don't. I was there. I played Among Us once. Forgot who it was with though, but. How's this KvK going? I think I saw that comment somewhere. In my opinion, 1606 is winning this bottom zone just because of the territory. 1606 being the right side here. 1606 is beating 1903. And then in the top zone, I feel like 1365's had control. I mean, you could see their marches all around here. But the territory from 1862 and their allies here in 1534, they have a fort wall built and all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be really annoying for them to be pushed out. And I don't know if 1365 will actually put in the energy and the amount of troops to push them out, because this is Tides of War. And I'm pretty sure this Zone 5 is like it's like Heroic Anthem, where it doesn't really matter that much. Hey, what's up, Alpha Q24? 1365 has been pushing in the open field, but apparently they've just been farm filling rallies, so that's why none of these flags, except for the flag up here, is burning. Like they're not burning the 1862 individuals, they're burning the 1534, because 1534 is in a half recovery KvK. Like they're allowing people who want to fight, but yeah, this is from what I heard. Yeah, the 4 passes to 2. We're talking about the other KvK, the 1093 KvK. The 4 passes to 2 is going to be a huge advantage, because they either have to pass share, which is going to be horrible, that being the 960 side, or there's only going to be 2 camps in Kingsland. Pass sharing would be horrible because, you know, sharing a pass is so tedious, and then there's going to be so few lines for them to build. So I don't know. Just go already migrated out, Alpha Q24, or Alpha. I'm just gonna call you Alpha. I don't know why I called you your whole Govy name. Yeah, INT and INS are very confusing, having both of them in the same KvK. I agree. I said the exact same thing. And the thing is, they're versing each other too. So in Kingsland, we're going to see INT versus INS. What imps run out first? Speed ups or resources? Usually speed ups, no? Resources could always be donated by whales or others, but speed ups is money based or barb training. So were you imp if you ever run out of everything? I mean, imp is very costly to play in, that's the thing. You got a whole GT fan base in chat here. I mean, 960 is a very popular kingdom. 1365, did they downsize? I believe they did. I think they're 2 alliance now, right? I might be wrong. No downtime for Kingdom's crazy. I mean, either really dedicated players or pilots, right? The famous 1v3 KvK. Yeah. I mean, altogether, I do feel like between Fire Camp in 1093 and Earth Camp in 2489 and 960, it's been a pretty stalemated fight, and both sides have no reason to actually go all in except for like those forts that happen in the first day. After the first day, each side saw the position and they're like, yeah, there's no way we burn through these things. We're just gonna wait till Kingsland. I will say though that during Zone 7, 960 and 2489 should have been at the peak of their powers. Like, I feel like Zone 7 was their opportunity to win KvK. Because now the mid spenders, not to, like 1093 definitely have some max tech players, but now the people that don't, you know, insta max tech every single or buy every single Conqueror's Will, for example, the mid spenders, the lower spenders are now going to start catching up in terms of crystal tech. So you're going to go into Kingsland where supposedly all of the 916 2049 players should have been max tech, and there's no going up from there, but there's still room for 1093 and their medium spenders to grow in terms of tech. So I mean, at least for me, I consider myself like, but the thing is, even if they don't max tech in 3 days, they're gonna have more tech in 3 days than they did during Zone 7. Meanwhile, the people in 960 and 2049, they already max tech. So there's, even if like they get an extra, I don't know, 3% all damage, they're gonna have an extra 3% all damage on average compared to 960, which already had that buff. So but yeah, we'll see. I think this is a wait and see approach for both sides here, because it's gonna be an uphill battle. Like, the top side was pretty even in that KvK, but the bottom side for 1188 is gonna make it an uphill battle for 960 in their camp, because they only have 2 passes going to Kingsland. The sanctuary flags, they're called outposts or whatever. Oh man, I mean, I feel like this is pretty productive banter, so we'll have to see if 960 will bring it out tomorrow. I don't think, I mean, I'll probably be streaming in the evening of Saturday and Sunday, just because I did pick up Pokemon Go, and it's gonna be Go Fest from 10 to 6 p.m., which is what, 14 to 22 UTC. Ploto, do you think you could solo all of them? Yeah, for sure, man. Check DMs. Yo, I get scared whenever I check DMs on stream. I mean, we could start up a poll, I guess, about that KvK, even though we're watching another KvK. Who will win the 1093 89 GT KvK? 1093 193, which is 19. All right. I heard people calling them 89 GT because it's 2489 and 960. It's a combination. Everyone bows down to 1188. It'd be so interesting watching the comments tomorrow and to see how the KvK goes on down during Kingsland. Arvix probably out here with 2 or 3 accounts. I think Arvix has more than that. Not gonna lie. Our 960, 2489 best friends now. And do 1188 and 1818. Do a poll who gets Zeg? I mean, we'll have to see who wins the KvK first, but then we could do the poll, right? I remember Grand Prix. I thought the whole team was Arvix, no? And then one FUT account. I'll do all those polls tomorrow for sure. How long will Kingsland last? Who do you guys think will win? It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Yeah, but Arvix and FUT had like a Vietnamese Grand Prix team that didn't make it. I don't think they made it through the first round, but. (1862) got the short end of a stick here with an ally who isn't fighting. I mean, there's some people fighting, but yeah, it's kind of tough if like the kingdom that you're camped with wants to go into recovery KvK. I don't know. What do you guys think of recovery KvKs? I've never partaken in one. Like, I don't know. Isn't it weird to queue up for a KvK if you're not playing in it? But I'm pretty sure Nevsky got released like November, like no, February or March 2022. I believe they had max skipped already and then they went into recovery KvK. Doing a recovery in Nile, yeah. I don't know. It kind of dampens the whole KvK for everyone involved, right? 2 years, 4 months sober of rock. I mean, are you really sober if you're watching the streams? Not saying you should leave, it's Cookie, but I guess you're sober from the spending, which is the biggest thing. And still able to enjoy it vicariously online, which is admirable. Kingsland, I don't know when it's going to be for this KvK, but for the 1093, 1960, 2049, should I give everyone a shout out? 1818, 1846, 1188 KvK is going to be tomorrow at around 1445 UTC. This is Levi? Dang, Attack on Titan fan. Oh no, his name is literally Levi. Okay. A legit Attack on Titan fan. Naming yourself after Levi. Yeah, I mean, everyone's pretty vocal about the 960 KvK, which is funny because we're watching the 1365 KvK. I don't think Greenwood, if they enter Kingsland, it's going to be really, really tough for them to be impactful, in my opinion. The 60 versus 93 KL is going to be tomorrow at 1445 UTC. 1606, they've been doing okay. We'll look from their perspective. Boop, boop. I mean, their territory is really, really good to where there's no fort wall here. They should be poised to take this zone pretty quickly. Although I guess they've been like, the murder ball fights have been kind of even between the two sides. Or you could even say that the 1903 side has been able to take over some areas of the 1606 side. But for some reason, I didn't get to watch the opening. But the opening looks really, really strong from 1606 in terms of territory, where they literally have a free path into this area, and then they have the sanctuary uncontested versus this side. I mean, the sanctuary is uncontested as well, but at least they have a fort wall to protect the Huron, I believe it's what it's called. Huron, yeah. There you go. But these guys are just duking it out, so we've been watching them. Where was it? It was over here, right? Yeah. What are these chords? Oh. Where are we? Where is this? Wait, why is 1616 so deep into their territory here? I mean, they're low-key getting schmookled with how cheeseburgerable they are, and even with sheer numbers. 1556. I mean, by the time I started watching Imperium KvKs, I think like they had their last KvK against 1254, like that. Those were the rivals, right? Greetings from Denmark. Hey, what's up? Denmark. I've never been to Scandinavia yet, so is Baltic is Denmark part of Scandinavia? I know it's like right below. Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. At least in Europa, you have to have at least a tip. I think you have to control Denmark to create the country of Scandinavia. I know most of my European geography because of Europa Universalis 4, not gonna lie. W geography. I'll take it, man. I'll take it. $10.93 is yeah. I mean, they've been around for a while. I was talking to Silent and Archie, and they were talking about how they've been here since migration opened. So. Greetings from Norway. You know what's... My parents just came from Norway, actually. They went on a cruise. I forgot where they visited, but... I used to play EU4. Never played multiplayer, but... That was like my high school game. W Ploto's parents. To build 3 CFs increases your alliance, increases the amount of alliance members you can have. That's pretty much it. This Panther guy somehow found his way onto my stream. Where have you been? This guy's gonna say, where have I been? I played Among Us at one time. OV's back? What question? The real Panther is in 1188. LV Panther? Real. $11.88 was like a high A seed for the longest time. Like the way that they control their top 350 is crazy. Damn, Danger Zone has a short form, DZ. Should I call him DZ as well? Yeah, Leo, exactly. Like the way that their farm accounts are so lean. Spam pinged him on Discord. Probably ignore it. Ah man, I gotta get back into the farmer fighters and the autopods again. Maybe next week. $20 mil power cap for farms. Yeah, all my farms would be over that cap. That's... Yeah. I don't know. I think that's like a pretty big problem for me. Is that I mean my farms, some of my farms are like 30 mil. But yeah, just hitting City Hall 25 and then staying there is the meta, just because of how it didn't used to matter before. But with all the One Alliance Kingdom stuff, like it kind of screwed up the farm allocation. Yeah, people still play this game. Flag rally incoming. Let's take a look at the flag rally. They probably built the farms to not even have any research. Like they barely have any research. Fif- 50 kilometers a month? No, it's 50 kilometers a week. Although this week I've been slacking because it's raining. Apparently there's a hurricane remnants that came through Toronto yesterday, so let's see how many kilometers I walked this week. I don't see a rally there, but maybe it got swarmed down. That was too late. Yeah, Hurricane Barrel apparently, yeah. Only walked 19.9 kilometers this week. $50K for a month is low. Yeah, I do. I mean, I try to hit the 50K weekly, but last week I only hit 43. This week I'm only at 19 so far. So, but it's better than. I literally use Pokemon Go as like a fitness app. Makes you touch grass. Oh, there's a raid near my house. But yeah, I did not go to GoFest New York. I started playing Pokemon Go like May, and by the time I learned about what GoFest was, it's too late. Like we have our vacations planned out for Miss Ploto and I have our vacations planned out for the year already. And it's funny because we went to New York in May. we drove over to New York in May, so it's like, do we want to go again for Pokemon Go? She does having vacation days? Nah, probably not. The streamer here actually touches grass. I mean, that's why I've been streaming as much, but I'm trying to get back into it now, while also managing to be out there and fit. It's a interesting balance. These emotes are crazy. Touch grass emote. Here, let me join you. Who's my fave Pokemon? I'm going to Euro Finals on Sunday by foot from hotel. Ooh, but who's in the final for Euros? Did England beat Netherlands or whatever? Spain and who? Spain and England. Yeah. The colonizers. Okay, is that bad to say? I don't know. I'm gonna get canceled for that. Dutch fans, all of you rooting for Spain. There you go. Whole of Europe is rooting for Spain. Is England like hated or something? Like what's going on? And then who's America? It's Colombia versus Argentina. No. What? Yeah. Oh, Canada could get third. Where's the US? Oh wait. Did the US not make it out of groups? Is that what I'm seeing? Doesn't look. Oh wow. US didn't make it out of groups. Lost to Panama. Yeah, I'm like, aren't they hosting? That's crazy. I mean, shout out to Canada, I guess. It's funny because I actually went to, when I was in New York, I was also in New Jersey. So I did go to American Dream, which is where I think that's where the World Cup or the Euro Cup is, or no, the America Cup is being held. But our boy Alfonso Davies is like injured, right, for Canada, so like we're gonna get fourth against Uruguay. I mean, World Cup 2026, isn't Canada, Mexico, and the US hosting? It's like, how's that gonna work? All three of them make it in? Hey, it's Cookie. Good night, man. Appreciate you for coming through. Oh, one is picked. So, like, if Canada doesn't make it through, we're just hosting without a team? That's kind of sad. There's, like, a bunch of construction downtown, I think, around, C&E. They play rock, paper, scissors. That'd be a lot of pressure. Imagine, like, playing rock, paper, scissors for... I mean, I guess it's like a penalty. When did I leave 60 GT? I was never in 60 GT. That's a red line. All three teams make it. They extended it to 48 teams. I don't know how many teams there are usually. Last World Cup was the only one I watched. That's the first time I watched football. Or soccer. Or whatever. And I only watched it because Canada made it. And we didn't win a game. But I already was watching it, so I'm like, alright, let's keep watching it, I guess. But, that was my first time ever watching Ronaldo and Messi. And, because of that World Cup, I think Messi's the GOAT. I don't know. I don't know if that's true or not, but... 32 normally? Damn. He is the GOAT? It's crazy though, because I was talking about this yesterday. Like, my girlfriend has a little brother, and we bring him to the park sometimes, and all the kids just keep yelling about how Ronaldo's the GOAT, and they just say, jump off the slide saying Sue. Sue! Every single time. Except it's like a high-pitched ass voice. Gotta bet on games. I don't know. I never got into sports betting. I don't know. I'm not. I feel like I'd be scared to get into that. I don't want to enable myself. JST flag burnt. Oh, nice. I feel like I don't know. I didn't see the whole history of their career, but Messi winning a World Cup in 2022 versus Ronaldo not winning the World Cup. And he would have gotten the Golden Boot too if Mbappe didn't score like 4 goals in that crazy finals. But yeah. I mean, I guess it is a team thing too, but I don't know. Wasn't Ronaldo benched last thing, World Cup? But yeah, I'm not gonna talk about football because I'm so undereducated about it that the only thing I've watched is the World Cup of 2022. Where like the whole Saudi Arabian team was gifted Audis or Lambos because they beat Argentina. But yeah. What is going on in this KvK? They're just fighting over here. There's a flag that apparently burned at some coordinates. 689 1039. Oh, how'd this burn? Uh-oh. It's the downfall of JST. Their one flag burnt. No. I mean, were my opinions from that World Cup valid or invalid? I don't know. Oh yeah, I heard about that after. Leo, I heard about that after, like the labor, whatever. It's like, oh, well, that sucks. What PC settings do you find are the best during these big fights? It depends on your PC. I kind of just run the best settings and call it a day. Like I run Ultra, but there is this one setting where it's like show all entities. Like I put that to medium because when I was watching that 1093 KvK 1960 2049 try to show all entities to max, like I couldn't watch it off of dot mode, but everything else was fine. There's Messi's destiny. That's like such a Star Wars thing to say. It is your destiny to win the World Cup. Time stream on the last stream. I think it was like near the start. But I didn't really talk much. I just talked about how it's a shame that what happened, but wishing them the best. Map update? We could do a little bit of a map update. Here, wait, let me bring out this. Oh, whoops. No, not that. This is text. Let's bring out the red arrow. So there's a little bit of a fort wall from 1862. 1365's been open fielding a lot, but they haven't really been burning the flags too much. If you go ahead and look at some of the flags here, they've been rallying it with unsupported rallies, I guess, or like farm accounts or something. Like their rallies just insta-die, but if you look at who is filling the rally, like, okay, wait, maybe not that guy. Oh, maybe not that guy. Oh, maybe they aren't farm accounts. Are these farm? I mean, some of them are farms, some of them are mains, but they've just been, I mean, maybe it's just really high powered ults, but they've been just running these rallies over and over and over again unsupported. So I don't think they're really focusing too hard on bringing down this fort wall. But they do have the advantage in this area. They have the left Huron under control. They have the Sanctuary, which is in the middle, under control. So they're just, I guess, pushing. Bottom side, though, it is very, very heavily in 1606's favor, where I guess there were some forts that were placed here by 1903, but 1606 was able to burn them down. 1606 and their allies in 3197, where there's no forts in this area at all. So they've been fighting up here in these areas, but the fact that they have no fort line here indicates to me that this zone is going to be contested, but at the same time, like, they have pretty good control over the zone with the lack of fort wall pulling up. So 1903, I mean, they've been doing well in the open field, but I don't think their opening was good. But I wasn't able to watch the opening, so I can't really speak on it. It wasn't destined to be the GOAT. Yeah, I remember I didn't even know like Euros and Americas were happening. I'm like, why are there so many flags on cars and car hoods and stuff? But now I know why. Now I know why. We'll definitely keep our tabs in this KvK, but tomorrow I'm planning to stream the opening of 960, 2489, 1093 KvK, so, or Kingsland rather, which is gonna be insane. Oh my goodness. I don't even know how many hours I'm gonna be streaming of that, because it's gonna be a crazy. I'll probably split it up into 2 3-hour streams, 3 hours for the opening of Kingsland, and then after reset. But we'll see. Opening's gonna be 14:45 ETC, I believe. Same thing as the opening last pass for the past 7. So be sure to subscribe to the channel if you're new, because we're gonna be watching a lot of these KvKs. Very vicariously living, you know, watching all these guys. So. But yeah, I don't think there's really much else to watch in this KvK. Just a bunch of open field fighting. So I'm probably gonna call it quits. But let me see if I could host. Yeah, I could host 12. 12-inch is streaming this KvK. From the 1365 perspective. So give him some love. Hashtag Ploto raid. The F2B god himself. So. And I'll be streaming tomorrow at 14:30 UTC for that huge KvK pass opening. Should be fun. Appreciate everyone for coming through. Love the conversations today. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.